For the first time in Mogul Mail history, I had to take down one of my videos. Not because what I said was wrong or because I had a take that was too hot and I was getting in trouble, but because when I made the video last night and scheduled it to upload today, it was already outdated. So here's the most updated story of Kick.com, the newest live streaming competitor that is in part guided by Trainwrecks TV and might be a little bit suspicious. We'll get to the suspicious part in a bit. Stick with me, but first, I owe you an apology. I've made a lot of videos over the past year about how Twitch is about to explode and implode and everyone who's ever used the platform will vanish.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, absolutely. Every other video is like how Twitch is going to die tomorrow. Twitch is dead today. Twitch has been dead. Twitch is dying. Twitch is going out of business. Yeah. No, I mean, we do this shit all the time. Like, the thing is, like, it's funny to me.
It's not really fully accurate. I mean, look, they have had their worst year in terms of PR and products released, but shit, if the Titanic's sinking and there's no lifeboats, you're probably going to stay in the Titanic. And Twitch in 2021 had a 70.5% market share, and in 2022, they've increased their market share to 76%. There's no competitors to speak of. Yep. It's just YouTube and just Facebook. Now, this doesn't include vertical live streaming that's really exploding like TikTok and Instagram Live.
It's very surprising for me that Twitch is still doing so well. Give me 1 second. It's very surprising to me that Twitch is doing so well because of their ads. Like, there's so many ads on Twitch nowadays that, like, I don't see how anybody stays on the platform. It's astonishing. But as you guys see, as the numbers show, they're staying. Ad block? No, it's not ad block because there's a lot of people. I have my data analytics and everything. More people nowadays watch without ad block than used to.
But as far as traditional live streaming, if you want to stream, everybody's going to Twitch. 92% of people choose to stream on Twitch. Streaming as a whole is a bit...
I'll give you guys a number, okay? Since obviously a number might be better. Back whenever I first started making World of Warcraft videos, about 75% of my audience of people all used ad block. So only 25% of my views were monetized. Then nowadays on like my YouTube channel, we're somewhere around 50 to 60% use ad block. So it's been like a 15 to 20% decrease in users that use ad block. Like that's what it is. Is it part of a YouTube Premium Mobile now? No, well, they're monetized views.
Down since the end of COVID. But since then, Twitch has gone up a little bit. Same with YouTube. Facebook's fallen off the face of the earth. Mark Zuckerberg's looking for his legs in the metaverse. Good luck with that. And those people are all going to Twitch. Not enough competitors. Enter Trainwrecks TV, who, if you don't know, is a top 10 streamer over the past year. This is by hours.
I love how, like, whenever you look at my... Trainwrecks posted this graph, and if you looked at my chart, it was like... And then there was just, like, these massive fucking gaps. These gigantic gaps where I'm just not online at all. I don't know how I got number 9 on this. I have no idea.
Watch. Didn't even show inarguable metric. If you don't know his content, it's mostly based around slots, or at least... It was until Twitch said they're banning slots. On October 18th, they removed one of the main providers of slots content, Stake.com, who sponsored everyone, including Train. Train used to be known for streaming the most hours out of almost anyone, like pretty on much. Par with XQC, Hassan, and Amaranth.
Yes.
But ever since the ban on October 18th,
and Zach kind of
stopped streaming. At least stopped streaming as consistently as he used to. He has streamed 4 times in the past 6 weeks. Just 4 times.
There's no reason for him to, right? I mean, like, let's be honest. Gambling is the most popular content that he does, and he's just looking for a place to do that. Also, like, you just can't sit there and gamble or stream forever and do that. I mean, it's weird the way that Twitch works. And this is, like, kind of... Twitch has very, very weird metas. So it's like if your stream starts getting lower viewers, less people will watch your stream because it's getting lower viewers. So being popular makes you more popular on Twitch, and people perceive content as being better whenever it's more popular. That's just what happened. Yeah, Twitch is like massively, like Twitch is all about hype. It's all about snowballing, etc., and like just getting more and more viewers. Exactly. And they're so fixated on this because like viewer count is like the defining variable that the entire website is run off of. So if you're streaming and you're getting a lot less viewers doing something different, your viewers will actually get mad at you. And they'll be like, why are you doing this? You're getting lower viewers. Your viewer count is lower. It's like they care about it more than the streamers do. It's really weird. I've noticed this over the last years. I think that it's slightly better now, but I would also say slightly. Really? Yeah.
And it's not a coincidence that the day after the gambling ban, he tweeted out, I'm going to create a platform for streaming that's not just for large creators, but it's also for small and mid-sized ones.
Yep.
Now, I was kind of curious to see what this would be, and we found out yesterday.
And this is something that everybody was generally positive about with Trainwrecks. Like everybody, I think a lot of people want Twitch to have competition because it just means that both the websites will get better.
That it's the website known as kick.com because he dropped a tweet logger that goes in depth of what the platform is and what it will stand for. He talks about his pedigree, and he says that Twitch says they need to cut our pay, which is true. They did cut the pay of creators. They offered 70-30 splits for each subscription, 70% going to creators, 30% going to Twitch. And then they changed it to 50-50 because operating costs are too high. At least that's what they said. But they also tell Amazon and the media they're profitable and have more viewership and advertisers than ever. Whichever it is, it's obvious no benefits are being passed on to the creators who are the lifeblood of what made them successful in the first place. Powerful arguments.
I think that's a very good argument. To be honest with you, I think that's a very, very strong argument. How can you constantly announce higher and higher profits and then continuously shut down people's pay? Yeah, it feels awful.
He goes into depth about how the 50-50 split's unfair and that even the 70-30 split that the competitor like YouTube offers isn't enough. Yep. They can do better.
Yep.
Enter kick.com. We are offering a 95% split for creators. 95%.
That's insane.
Unheard of split. Not just that.
I thought this would be impossible because my understanding is the reason why it costs so much, Twitch takes such a percentage is because of transaction fees. That was the reason why I thought it cost a lot of money. It had nothing to do with Twitch making a profit off of it. It had to do with them, having their transaction fees.
But also the tips that are built into the website called Kicks are going to be 100% for creators.
Okay.
Again, unheard of.
Same day with
Twitch's bit system, I think, is $1.40 per dollar given to creators.
Yeah, somebody at Twitch told me that this is because of transaction fees. It's not even so Twitch can make money off of it. I don't know. I don't think that they were in a position to want to lie to me about it, but who knows how true that is.
And then I think super chats on YouTube are about 70-30, I believe. And so this kick.com is going to be way better for smaller and mid-sized creators. He also says that anyone who goes on the website will get a sub button. He goes on to say that the TOS is going to be fair, unlike Twitch's, which has been a huge PR problem for the past few years. He goes into this weird little ramble about how he's also going to allow gambling, but it's going to be ethical gambling.
Well, okay. So listen. You're not going to have a Trainwreck's twit longer without a couple of rants inside of it. Right? I mean, let's be honest. Like, of course we're going to have this. That's part of the brand. Ethical gambling. To be fair, I do think that gambling exists on a spectrum. I am not a fan of any gambling, but I do think that what Trainwrecks was talking about with like certain people that did gambling streams that would misrepresent the amount of money that they made because they would like stack up a bunch of like free rolls off stream and then go live and then, go through all those free rolls and then make it look like they're making a bunch of money. Yeah, I think that this is more unethical than just streaming the game. Sure. That's not untrue.
As decided by Trainwrecks TV, which seems a little weird. Then he goes into some specifics of what that means. Okay, that would remember that fact.
Yes.
And then he goes on to say, give kick.com a year.
Okay.
It's going to be buggy. It's going to be weird. It's going to have some growing pains. But give it a year. They're trying to become a real profitable business by selling to advertisers and not taking money from creators. Okay. Now, the fact of the matter is that's also what Twitch is trying to do. That is in part why Twitch removes things like gambling or the hot tub meta or they ban so much. Is because they need to be able to cater to advertisers, something that YouTube...
No. Alex Jones has advertisers. No. You don't need to have advertisers. Now, are you going to sell Coca-Cola? No, but you will sell dick growth pills. Because the advertisers, you're right, you're not going to get high-end advertisers and like really mainstream advertising if you do that. But for every advertiser that is like a blue chip brand, you will also get these other crazy fucking places that will want to advertise. Yeah, boner pills, Nikkei. I wonder if Nikkei cares about this. Probably fucking not. So yeah, you've got to keep that in mind too.
YouTube has been wildly successful on the video service,
I don't care.
and the live streaming service is a little bit further behind on. But we're going to get to that in just a moment. Is it true that Kick.com is trying to be profitable through advertising, or are there maybe more nefarious methods that are profitable? Anyway, let's first take a look at the Kick.com website. It looks pretty good at first glance.
They put me on the game. Oh, look at that. Holy shit. They made a whole section for me. That's crazy. Wow.
A rotating banner of
I like how they have just chatting, and it's a girl wearing a t-shirt that's all the way up to her neck, or like a long sleeve shirt. That to me is so fucking funny.
You have a bunch of categories. You have some recommended channels. You have the recommended on the left as well.
Where's the pool section?
But it also looks oddly familiar. Some people noticed. In fact, this is Twitch's website. A rotating banner of streamers at the top. Categories you'll like, some streamers you'll like.
Oh, this was before the incident.
Names on the left. And at first, people thought that this might be a direct rip of Twitch. Now, I had my software engineer, Otto, who I've hired full-time, look into this for me. I said, is this a direct rip? And no, it is unique code with some pre-built assets.
Well, I don't know if it's unique or not. So, like, basically, Twitch had their source code leaked, and I feel like they probably didn't use the Twitch source code, but they made it look like Twitch. Of course they did, because they want people to think that they're on Twitch, because they're trying to cannibalize viewers from Twitch. It's in their best interest to make it look like Twitch so people can transition over to using their platform with as little problem as possible. It's one of the reasons theoretically, or, you know, like, it's one of the reasons why, like, everybody who played Final Fantasy 14, it was easy to go from WoW to Final Fantasy 14. And it's also another reason why a lot of people that played ARPGs went over to Lost Ark, is because it's an easier transition.
Apparently some images that might be taken from DLive and some UI UX features inspired by Twitch. But it is original code. And it seems, outside of a few bugs where somebody had like 300,000 streamers and a lot of people streaming a lot of gay porn, to be working all right for a day one soft launch of a website that's in beta.
So I watched Train's stream last night on the website. It seemed pretty good to me. Like, it was not a disaster. It's like the chat worked. It didn't lag or anything like that. Everything about it worked.
I mean, the streams look nice, they function nice, and people are succeeding. It does seem, however, that the most used category on the website is slot streams. Specifically, the slot streams that are no longer allowed on Twitch.
Well, this is, of course, what happens, because, like, Ludwig knows this. Like, what if you go on to Rumble or you go on to, one of these other YouTube websites, what is on Rumble? Top 10 reasons why COVID is fake. Top 10 reasons why Obama's from Kenya. Top 10 reasons why Brandon is actually a hologram and Trump is the real president. And the White House that Joe Biden is delivering his addresses from is actually a Hollywood studio. And Joe Biden died 7 years ago and he's been replaced with this other guy. And it's a mix of a deep fake, a hologram, and an actor. And this is what you're really seeing. So these are the people that are on these other websites because they got banned on YouTube. So it makes sense. Like, where do you think everybody's going to go? Yeah, that's what one of the problems with these other alternative websites has been with YouTube or versus YouTube, is that their only real, like, value add is that you're not banned on here. And that's it. So you're, of course, going to have all the people that do that.
Of stake.com. You can see this is one of the biggest
Go
streamers.
back, GTA was the most viewed category. This whole argument is relative to the time you made the website. Let's see about that. So we're at 312. Let's see. GTA's most viewed category has 2,000 viewers. Yeah, it looks like Grand Theft Auto is at the top. That's true. I don't. It's hard to know if there are 2,000 authentic viewers, same as the just chatting viewers. It's very hard to know if they're authentic or not.
On the platform right now. Why does this matter? Well, it was discovered from a couple of people last night, Quarantine and also CoffeeZilla, that Kick.com is a project of Stake.com. I think there's no...
This is almost as big of a surprise to me as Liver King doing steroids. Wow. Who could have ever expected such a dramatic change of events? Yes, Liver King doing steroids is now the forehead. Of course it was fucking happening. Anybody who thought that it wasn't happening is a fucking idiot. This is the new example that we use all the time. Guys, of course Stake is going to want to do this. It's smart for them to do this. If I was Stake or like let's say I have a consulting firm and they're like asking me, what do you think I should do? I would tell them to do exactly what they're doing because it works. This is the smart thing to do. Make your own website. That way you control the narrative and you can do what you want. And you can also, the other really good thing about this is that they can suppress other gambling websites as well. So they can randomly ban other people that are streaming other gambling websites and just completely shut them down. So there are a number of really high benefits to owning it yourself.
Need to look for the business model anymore. It's a stake investment. And then there's some information here that shows that the Discord server in the subreddit were both owned and operated by somebody on the Stake team, and that a lot of people were tweeting out November 9th.
I feel like nobody who's going to a live streaming platform whose flagship, like, I mean, Trainwrecks is the one who's like the face of this platform, and he's a gambling streamer. So it's like, if you had a problem with Stake.com, you never went on this website in the first place, okay? Let's just be honest.
When Kick.com was originally launched for stake giveaways. And then even more damning, if you go to Stake.com's LinkedIn, there were a lot of job opportunities to create a live streaming platform, aka Kick. Kick is a new venture created by the founders of EasyGo and Stake.com with new studios in Australia and Europe. So it seems like rather than being this virtuous website, which is supposed to be for small and medium-sized creators to actually get their fair share, that you have to give a year of growing pains to become a profitable business that will sell to advertisers because of all the people that will switch to this, because it's actually...
Well, that was never going to happen. Like, I mean, let's be honest. It's never going to happen that, like, mainstream advertisers are going to want to be on a platform that's flagship section is gambling. Like, this is just not going to happen. Like, you could throw that in the garbage right away. I mean, it's common sense that was never going to happen. Then why say it at all? Well, because obviously, like, the thing is, you get into typing it and it feels good to type it all. You're like, yeah, we fucking do this. We're going to do that. And then you just type it. It's whatever. Yeah, sure. They're going to lose so much money? No, they won't. Absolutely, they're not going to lose money, because every single person that goes on that platform is going to be exposed to tremendous amounts of gambling. And there's going to be a massive, like, turnover into that of people that go and gamble on their site. So it's like, you can act like it's almost like Kick.com is functioning as a loss leader. What that means is it's like a product or a company that is used to benefit and, like, operate at a loss to bring people into the store and then get people to buy other things while they're in the store. Costco chicken, yeah, Costco hot dogs, things like that. Yeah, they're operating Kick.com as a loss leader to get people involved with Stake. That's the way it works. Train's not stupid, and neither are the people that run Stake. These guys are not dumb. That's why they're so popular. That's why their fucking website is the biggest one. They're not dumb. It's just people aren't looking at it in the right way.
Actually good for the people. This is a loss leader for stake.com.
So true. I completely agree. You know what? That's a very good point. So true, guys. Man, Ludwig, this guy really has his head on right. He knows what the hell he's talking about.
To be able to advertise their business in a way that gets around the bans on the mainstream platforms like Twitch and YouTube. This is just another way to do sponsored gambling content. And Train isn't just the virtuous person that he might be pretending to be. He is trying to do this in part because he wants to go back to doing sponsored gambling content. And that...
Well, duh. I mean... Yeah. I feel like we kind of assumed that. I mean, shit. You know, I mean, like, yeah, for sure.
That's also why he is taken like the mast of letting people know about kick.com while also not being an owner of it. Because he's probably getting paid out the ass by stake.com to gamble on the website, which is a lot better of a gig than being like a 30% owner in the website that you have to grow from scratch and you only make money if you are successful in growing a business. I don't think he really cares about that because he'll get his paycheck just for gambling on the website.
And there could also be like an equity guarantee or something like that in his contract. I'm sure that he will probably end, if stake.com is profitable and successful, or not stake, kick.com is profitable and successful, I'm sure he'll probably have some sort of ownership in it.
Kind of leaves us at the end of the story. What does it mean? Is kick.com a huge scam? Well, if you ask DJ Wheat, longtime employee of Twitch who left recently, he says that it is a sham, and he can't sit by watching the nonsense. In my mind...
Well, let's go ahead and read what he says. I've seen a lot of shit in my 23 years of internet broadcasting. Confidently say kick.com is a sham. I can't sit idly by and watch nonsense be thrown into the world as a beacon of hope for creators. This is where creators need to critically think. I'm in full dad mode here, but there are so many red flags present that it's embarrassing watching people who I respect give this platform an ounce of credibility. I will go and read everything that he says after this. Okay?
Yeah. And he can't sit by watching the nonsense. In my mind, I think it's really bad that Train didn't disclose that this was a stake.com owned website. Not only did it not disclose it, it felt like they were kind of trying to hide it as well. Like one of the moderators...
Of course they're trying to hide it. Yeah, 100%.
...on the subreddit was a stake moderator as well, and then I think they removed him. So it just seems a bit fishy. Like, sure, be operated and owned by stake.com, but be honest about it too. Like, you still could feasibly provide value to creators who aren't interested in gambling.
Well, it would be bad for them to be honest about it, because then people that would be against gambling would have their guard up. But if they come on there and they're not thinking about that and they feel like it's organic, then they'd be more likely to gamble on the website. That's why.
Content, because you give them such a good cut, because you're getting the blood money from all the gambling casino users. Yeah, there's still some value that can be seen in there for small and mid-sized creators. But they should know going in that it's not because you're going to create a successful business that's going to sell to advertisers a year from now because you have so many users and so many watchers. It's because you're making a shit ton of money as a loss leader from all the gambling sponsored streamers, which seems to be the reality of the situation.
That's right. And so, yes, you have all of the other content creators that are bringing their organic content creation onto the platform, and then they're making money off of it. But like Stake is not really making any money off of them. They're just hoping that those viewers will create an ecosystem, those streamers will create an ecosystem in which those viewers will go to the gambling streams and then go to the website. It's like a simple ABC logic thing, right? It's common sense. But what happens here is that a lot of content creators, whenever they see they're getting paid 95% for something like this, there's going to be a lot of people that'll move over because they'll make more money doing it. That's all there is to it. Like, fuck the gambling. Fucking, like, I'm not gambling. I'm not doing it. I can guarantee you people are going to go over there if they can make more money. There are only two things that Kick needs to do in order to attract streamers: money and audience. You can't make it to where, like, Mixer had audience, Mixer had money and TikTok has audience. But you can't make money on TikTok and you can't get viewers on Mixer. And that's why both of them are not massive in terms of live streaming. The fact is that if a content creator can go to kick.com and get an audience of people and then make money off of that audience, they're going to do it. Especially if it's a good amount of money or more money than Twitch is going to give. Okay, but Stake is a huge ass company. Why would they just throw their name away over a sham that they just created? I don't see why they'd go this route. Because nobody cares. Bro, it's stake.com. You're not even legally supposed to be using the website in America. Do you think they care about their reputation? Why the fuck would they give a shit about that?
Not only that, there seems to be a couple things that might get this website shut down instantly.
What's that?
No shot. Is this just an embed, dude? What the fuck?
Now, it was revealed yesterday that a couple of the streams were just Twitch embeds, which
I'm not sure if it's an embed or not. I have no idea. As somebody who, I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually work at OTK. And so, yeah, I have no idea how this happened. Like, we didn't really allow this to happen. We, as far as I know, didn't say it couldn't happen either. I think this is just somebody who made this without our consent. I don't think that there's any real foul play by the website makers here. See at bottom right, it says Twitch? Yeah, they're just embedding it from Twitch, exactly.
obviously isn't allowed, and Twitch would instantly take down. They had OTK Network that if you click on it...
It's a restream. Plenty of people do it. Yeah, people restream content all the time. Restreaming is not good. It shouldn't happen. But I'm just saying that, like, obviously, like, we weren't involved with this at all.
In the Kick website brings you directly to Twitch because they're not actually streaming on Kick. They're streaming on Twitch and it's embedded. Now, I believe they've removed that feature since. I actually had, again, Otto try to do an embed stream and it works, but nothing displays.
Yeah.
So it seems like they blocked that off. Don't do that. Don't do that. The website will get instantly shut down. But here's my take. This website will probably in 6 months either disappear or be flooded with gambling streamers and should only be touched by the people who want to lose all of their money or live vicariously through people who are losing all of their fake money because all of it's sponsored anyway. That's about it, boys. That's the update, and subscribe while you're here. Thanks for watching. All right, see you later. See you later. My gosh, what a crazy plan.
As I've said many times, I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Yeah, I really am. I think that Stake, like, what they really need to worry about, they need to worry about, like, not losing, not, like, getting sued. With, like, people broadcasting and, like, uploading things. Jesus, I don't know why I've had so much I don't know what, indigestion recently. I think they need to worry the most about people uploading content that should not be on the website. That should be their main concern and their main worry. Everything else besides that, I don't really think is that big of a deal. It's like the gambling streams, if people know that it's owned by Stake. I think that everybody is going to act like, oh, well, yeah, I don't like gambling, but, you know, it's like I got bills to pay and, you know, mouths to feed and, you know, nothing in this world is free. And guess what's going to happen? They're going to go over to the platform and they're going to stream there anyway. Every single time that somebody is like talking about like, oh, well, this is not going to happen, it will clearly happen if the incentive is there. If you build it, they will come. Someone was restreaming you yesterday under the account Asmongold Kick. People actually thought it was you too, but it was used to stream that day. Yes, I know that. I understand that. It was very annoying to have people spamming me about that yesterday. I'm fully aware that that's what happens. And I know this happens on Twitch too. I can't stop every single one of these. There have been like these mobile game ads. This sounds crazy, right? But these mobile game ads that actually use me reacting to another game, like my face cam, and then they put my face cam onto their game, and it's like, wow, this is really cool. Holy shit, man. Oh my God. Bro, and I can get all of this? Oh, wow. That's so weird. Yeah, but it works. And people will message me. They're like, dude, is this game actually good? I saw that you were playing it. And I'm like, how do you think? Did you really, like, oh my God, what are you doing? Right? But yes, they're real. It's fake. Brilliant tactic. I thought it was really smart, to be honest with you. I thought it was. Now, obviously, like, if one of these things gets really popular, like, you know, we have to shut it down. But I can't just go and fucking spend all my time doing this, obviously. Getting deep fakes? Yeah, there you go. People are so dumb. Well, I mean, it works. I'll give you guys the link to the video again. Ludwig, obviously. Ludwig is the new place that you get news on the internet from. I am very glad to see this. I fucking love these videos. I've actually thought about making videos like this myself, but the truth is that he does pretty much exactly what I would do, so I don't need to. So I just get to sit there and watch them, and it's totally fucking fine. And Ludwig is bad and biased as hell. Destiny's greater than Ludwig. Yeah, well, if you like watching Destiny more, you can watch him too, sure. But, like, all I'm saying is that I like his videos, and I think that generally they're pretty well put together. Yeah, that's about it. And what's this here? She did a good job getting the important bits and keeping it short. Yeah, and the thing is with me is, like, any time that we talk about a topic, it takes 3 hours. Because there's always, oh, and another thing. Oh, and by the way, oh, shit, that reminds me because of this other thing, right? Yeah. My mother's birthday, she's 52 years old. Oh, shit, well, congrats to her. I'm glad. Please, why don't you fucking quit typing that shit in chat and spend her birthday with her? How about that? You've been typing out like 15 times in chat. DJ Wheat tweets, right. Okay, yeah. Why don't you go fucking do that? Here, let me go read the tweets from DJ Wheat, and then I'll watch this cancel culture video, okay? Give me 1 second. All right. So where is this? I've seen a lot of shit in my 23 years of internet broadcasting. I can say confidently that Kick.com is a sham. I can't sit idly by and watch nonsense be thrown out into the world as a beacon of hope for creators. This is where creators need to critically think. I'm in full dad mode here, but there are so many red flags present that it's embarrassing watching people who I respect give this platform an ounce of credibility. Trains Twitlonger has so many conflicting statements and elements that anyone with platform experience in this space would look at it and go, that makes no fucking sense. I'm all for chasing your dreams, but I'm not okay for letting creators be the collateral damage. So many things don't add up. The biggest questions are, why would a crypto gambling site fund and launch their own live streaming service? And how does that actually equate to creator first and not gaming first? I can answer those questions very easily. Why would they do this? Why would they do that? Because they are using the other creators who are not streaming gambling content as a loss leader to bring people into an ecosystem where there is gambling content, and then they are banking off of a certain percentage of those viewers being converted to gambling viewers, and then a certain percentage of those viewers being converted to gambling users. That's why, number one. Number two, how does it actually equate to creator first? Simple. The creators are the ones that are making 95%. They're making a lot of money on the website. And that's why if there is a hard and a good value proposition with good money and good viewership, people will go over to the platform. The splits are crazy. Yes, it's because Stake doesn't want to monetize them. They're monetizing the viewers, not the creators. The creators are effectively just the creators are the advertisements. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of how this works. Research has revealed that this site is connected with Stake.com in some way. The fact that there is zero transparency about the relationship and even attempts to hide this detail from creators should be incredibly troubling to everyone. Yeah, I think they should just come out and say it, sure. Here's Texero, does a comprehensive job breaking down all the connections. I'll just assume it's connected, sure. If you wanted to build a live streaming Gamba-friendly platform, great, more power to you. They should say that, but you can't say that Kick's team and I have a vision to make live streaming platform and it's actually built first for creators, and then hide your misrepresent or key details. So the creators are like actors on the ad? Yes, they're basically like actors on the ad. I would say, like, yes, that's partially true. If you can't advertise your crypto gambling site through conventional means, the best way around it is through influencers, sports creators, etc., or just creating your own site, which is exactly what Stake is doing. Yeah, there you go. The effort is a poor attempt to provide a place that is gambler friendly and stake favored while trying to cater to the creators by playing to their most significant pain points with Twitch, revenue splits, and disconnection with the community. In Train's own words, shameless. I'm telling you guys, if creators get paid more money and they can keep the equivalent viewership on kick.com, they will go to kick.com. Is there anybody who thinks that I'm wrong about this? 100%. Yes, this is, and it's literally like I'm not crazy here. If you give people more money, they're gonna go there instead. I don't. What do you like? Fucking course, this is true. Duh. The hell do you expect? That's what's gonna be. That's the real test right there. And what about the custom Twitch emotes? They just make their own emotes. Except those have moral issues with gambling, I guess. Yeah, sure. I mean, there's going to be some people that have moral issues with gambling. But, the more money that's involved, morality has a price. And sometimes people can't afford to be moral. And I think that it's very easy to say, oh, well, morality matters for me. Amazon owns Twitch. Amazon is notorious for breaking up unions, horrible work conditions, and people show up here and watch Twitch every single day. Let's be honest. I mean, some people have integrity, though, but they don't, though. Some people, I can never say nobody does, but I think that 99% of people will talk the talk, but they will not walk the walk. You should never listen to what people say. You should only listen to what they do. Because people say what they want to do, and then they do what they really want. That's what I think. So maybe stake.com and kick.com could be a better place for creators by funneling people to stake gambling and provide the revenue. Okay, great. And but again, if you're building a site for creators, shouldn't that be a key piece of information to share? Yeah, sure, they could be more transparent about that, definitely. I want to be proven wrong because competition in the space is essential, but if Kick is really going to try to get their feet wet, the first thing they need to come clean about is what involvement Stake has and what that means for any creator who uses it. Please stop, think, and ask questions and challenge. I'm indifferent to gambling and I have no problem if Stake wants its own platform to do what it wants now that it can on Twitch, but it's bad form to kick off a creator platform while hiding an agenda. Update. Train has reached out and we chatted a bit. Just wanted to say I appreciate the update, that he made an effort and opened up to have a chance to have a constructive conversation. He's adamant about making this happen, and I told him that I will be first to praise their success. Okay. Well, Train tried to talk to him, and we'll see what happens. Who cares what involvement? And getting your company addicted to gambling directly is different than supporting $1 trillion corporation. Yeah, but like you don't see the people get it. Listen, man, if most people had a button that would kill some random person in the world and it gave them $1 million, they'd smash the fuck out of it, okay? Like I have a completely black pill view on life. I don't think that people are any different than animals. I think that the moment that time comes for people to choose between themselves and their community, themselves and their friends, or themselves and people that they say that they care about, whenever everything's said and done, they're always going to do what's best for them. That's what I think is true. Now, I understand lots of people like to morally fucking grandstand on the internet. We're not doing that here. And that's why a lot of people hate me. But I don't think that I'm wrong. And I think that over and over, I've been proven to be right. And this is just what happens every time. So listen, you guys can get mad at me for this. You guys can say, oh, that's not true, that won't happen. But it just keeps happening and it keeps being true. So I don't really need to prove it to you. The world will do it for me. So get mad all you want. This is my outlook. And yes, it is a very bleak outlook on life. But I will say that I'm almost never disappointed. So yes,